No fucking bathing.
What does that mean?
Fucking all natural, player.
No script. Armpits aired out. No bathing. All right, let's kick it off.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine wreck, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
All right. Well, this is the semi-friendly podcast, I should say. Semi-friendly. Good thing we're not doing this live, huh? I'm your host, Austin, and I have here with me my beautiful co-host, Codes.
How you doing?
It's a pretty good hello to the people. Are we going to be like those ladies on Saturday Night Live? The church, they're just like, oh yeah, that's great.
I agree.
Yeah, the sweaty balls bitches.
Yeah, they're great. I'd love to have those all in my mouth.
There's no enthusiasm, no excitement. I'm fucking pumped up, man. I'm ready to do this shit.
I'm at about a 4. Probably need to get up to about a 6.
Well, I think if you finish this chelada you got, you might get to a 5. How much you got left in there?
How much you got left in yours?
Same amount. So after this trial run, we're chugging this. And then we'll give Mason the rest.
You don't chug a chelada. You sip it eloquently. Pinky up.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Who taught you that?
TV.
Yeah, so this is our maiden voyage here. We're here to find out more about ourselves and you guys. So without further ado, I guess I'll get into me.
I'll say, don't you fucking pass that baton already, dude. I saw you looking at me like you didn't even do nothing. You already ready to pass that baton.
I said I'll get into me.
Yeah.
That's
But you thought about going in and passing over here. Yeah.
I was going to put you on the spot and just say, Mwah.
Yeah. I got nothing, dude. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. So yeah, my name's Austin, and I'm here hosting this podcast with my best semi-friend, Codes here. We've known each other for, 25 years?
4th grade, 5th grade, 5th grade. 10 years old, 5th grade, 35, 25 years.
25 years. My oldest acquaintance yet. We've never really known much about each other. We've ran in the same circles. We've always been friendly to each other. We've been in some shit together, but we needed more. So we decided to create this podcast to learn about ourselves and our other semi-friends throughout the world, in hopes, my mission at least, is to be a better person at the end of this. But if you know me at all, it's probably not going to happen.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin that moment. That's sentimental. Go ahead. You were saying you wanted to learn more about yourself.
No, it's good. It's good. No, go for it. You know, hey everybody, this is the fucking guy on the couch, Codes. Go ahead and take it away. Who are you, guy?
My name's Codes. Big top, small bottom.
What?
Fairly funny sometimes. Got a big upper part, smaller bottom part, especially in the kind of funny sometimes not.
You're really selling yourself here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all you get, people, I guess.
That's it. That's all you get for now.
Keep the mystery alive, as he said earlier.
Just a little taste.
Yeah, so, 25 years is a long time. Our friendship, if you want to call it that, has already been able to drink legally, has been to strip clubs, probably got a DUI or two, and is now thinking about the rest of its life. So that's why we're here, thinking about the rest of our lives. So how did we meet? Do you remember?
I want to say I feel like it was Miss Chancellor's class in 5th grade.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I can't remember when my mom got shot. I think I remember. So everybody in the class gave me a card that said,
"Can we back this up?
Sorry, your mommy got shotted." And I think think I threw the cards away, but from what I remember, I think yours was the best drawn. Like yours, like everybody was drawing stick figures with like, you know, a dot for a bullet through my mom, but I think yours was like accurate in,
Showed her like in full detail laying there.
yeah, like real anatomy and shading and that made me think. I was like, man, this guy's kind of artistic or autistic. What like he's special.
In one way or another.
Yeah.
So can we back up for a second? And do you feel comfortable telling the insane story of what happened there?
I mean, I've told it so many times. I don't know. Like, I'm sure the details change every time, but it was a balmy Easter Sunday back in however long 25 years ago Easter was.
1990.
Doesn't matter. So
1995.
okay, it was 1995 or 6 or 4. We were. This was back when you would have block parties. Everybody would hang out outside. All the neighbor kids would hang out, and we were all outside at the neighbor's house playing baseball in the driveway, which is ridiculous
Yeah.
to begin with because, well, obviously we couldn't play with a real baseball. We were playing with a tennis ball, and if you miss, if you get a strike and you miss, the ball hits the kid's dad's garage.
It's
And
loud as shit.
Well, even though it's a tennis ball, just over hundreds and hundreds of times, there's just groove. If anybody was a consistent pitcher, there's just grooves in the fucking garage. Just beat up. Anyways,
how mad would you be if your son did that to your garage today?
I don't know. I'd probably just let his mom deal with it. Like it's not like he's got enough allowance built up to fucking
pay for
buy me a new one. So, we were all playing baseball, and my aunt was in town with her boyfriend. They had just gone to Trader's Village, and they bought a big clay pot, like not a clay pot,
like a vase.
It's kind of like a vase, but it's like maybe like terracotta.
Yeah,
but it's fucking like 3 foot tall.
What's Trader's Village? Real quick.
It's a big old flea market, dude.
There we go. Not everybody knows what the fuck Trader's Village is. I've never been there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a shanty town.
So yeah, everybody's playing baseball outside. My mom went to put are we calling it a vase or a pot? The vase.
The ceramic object.
The terracotta vase. She went to put it in the back of my aunt's Jimmy, which is a Chevy? GMC
Jimmy.
Yeah, so it's an SUV. It's all right. It's like mid-size, not a very big SUV.
That's why it's called a Jimmy.
Okay. So it's got the tailgate in the window or the back windshield thing that go up instead of like doors that open out. It's a tailgate that drops down and a window thing that opens up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So she goes to put this big ass terracotta vase on the tailgate, and a fucking gun goes off.
Just in the truck or in the Jimmy?
Yeah, in the Jimmy. And so the way the neighborhood's set up, the houses are close enough to each other to where, like when we were playing baseball, if you hit a home run, it's just hitting the tennis ball onto the roof across the street. But when you would do that, you would hear like the way the neighborhood was set up, you echoes. You know what I mean? You could. It's just a lot of trees and shit like that. A lot of shit for sound to bounce off of. So we're playing baseball, and we just hear this like. It almost sounded like somebody took a 2x4 and dropped it onto cement, and it just like a big smack, and it kind of echoed, and we were like, "What the fuck?"
Whatever.
Well, yeah, what's that about? So we look over, and my mom's just fucking big tree fall hard. You know what I mean? She just fucking, she timbered, you know,
Oh.
and we still didn't know what was going on. And then, of course, you know, the parents figured out pretty quick what was going on, and they shoved me and my brother inside the house so we couldn't see what was going on and all that. But apparently, what had happened was my aunt's boyfriend had a 357 Magnum.
A dirty hairy gun?
I don't know if the barrel was that long, but it was fucking beefy. You know what I mean? I guess he had the fucking thing pulled, the hammer pulled back on it for some cocked. He had the fucker cocked.
Was it like in a bag or something in the
Yeah,
back of the truck?
it was in a bag underneath the back seat. And when she put the vase down, I guess it was enough on the suspension to make the jimmy move up and down, and the gun just fired.
Dude, that's so nuts.
And then they found the shrapnel or bullet fragments not across the street, but across the street behind the house across the street is an alley. They found it in a fence across the alley.
So it went through your mom.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Straight through.
And I accurately depicted all of that in my drawing. I'm so good.
All of it. You even had the fence across the alley.
So we were in class in 5th grade, and I remember the teacher going, "Hey, one of your friends' mom was hurt, and we need to do a card for him and all this." And I remember drawing. I don't remember putting any effort into it. I was just that good. But you know, after that, like Code started actually talking to me, and he started talking to me about, you know, what do you talk about when you're 10 years old? We talk about Ninja Turtles. We talked about, I don't think we were into wrestling yet.
You and Britt Ballard were really good at drawing Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Mortal Kombat, that's right. Yeah, we were kind of having like an arms race.
I was pretty amazed by that.
I was always drawing Scorpion. He was always drawing Sub-Zero.
I don't know about that. I don't know how you remember those details, but yeah, y'all are both good at Mortal Kombat character drawing.
So Codes introduced me to the Smashing Pumpkins, and it changed my life. And to this day, they're one of my favorite bands. We had an issue a minute ago, and we had to edit this. And on the notes, my friend here wrote, "Austin fucked up." That's not my...
I got an alias I'm going by, and you can't seem to follow the protocol. It's only like a fucking 2-letter change up. I have to maintain my anonymity. Anonymity. Amorphous.
That's it. So anyway, Codes here introduced me to the Smashing Pumpkins. It was a life-changing event, and I think this is where the splinter kind of split us apart, because we were going down this great road, and then all of a sudden he conveniently unremembers introducing me to this band and denies it, so much so that we stopped being friends.
I'm getting situated because I'm getting fucking agitated here. Matt Tischler introduced me to Smashing Pumpkins, and I was like, what the fuck does this guy know about music? And I maybe listened to 1 or 2 songs and never fucking listened to them ever again.
Not ever again. That's not true.
Well, up until recently. But apparently you're under the impression that I said, hey, man, this is a great band. You should really dive into their discography because it's really fucking moving, or whatever I told you that made you jump into it.
I don't remember how you sold me on them, but this is what happened. You told me about them. You sold me on them. I went home from school and watched MTV and saw the Bullet with Butterfly Wings video. Next day, immediately started mowing lawns. Mowed lawns for a week, saved up all my money, had my parents take me to Hastings to buy a $30 CD. That thing was double disc. It was expensive as shit. I slaved in the summertime heat to buy this album because I thought so highly of your taste. And
You
you
know-
deny me this to this day. It's fucked up.
We've had this argument multiple times.
Yeah, but I was waiting until now to get into it.
Yeah, no. But we've had this argument multiple times. Not once have you mentioned mowing a fucking yard.
Because
Not once.
I need to drive it home because I didn't buy that CD until after you told me about it. I mowed yards in my grandparents' Noni and Pappy's neighborhood, and I went and bought that CD at Hastings, and it was the greatest. And I listened to it. I wore out my Walkman listening to that shit. And
You know what I was wearing out on my Walkman?
what? Bone Thugs?
No.
Clint.
Coming out of our shells.
You weren't doing that in 5th grade.
Dude, I would ride up and down the street on my bike, bumping, we're coming out of our shells.
Can you explain to the people what we're coming out of our shells was? Because I know what it was.
I don't know
I'm
if
true
it
to
was
the game.
I don't know if it was a Pizza Hut promotion or what, but it was a full-length Ninja Turtles album with fucking power rock ballads, fucking funk. It had everything. I need to find that.
Dude, it's legit. I have the cassette.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. It's at my mom's house
It's got to be
somewhere.
on iTunes by now.
I'm on it.
Okay.
Coming out of our shells. And if it is on here, like, how many plays do you think it has?
How many people were born in the 80s? A lot.
All of them. I spelled coming out of our shells CMONG.
Yeah.
I've had a beer. I'm a lightweight again. Coming out of our shells. Okay.
How many?
It's on Spotify. Hold on. I gotta. It's giving me just the single songs right now, but
No. Coming out of our shells. That's the one.
Here it is. Album. 1990 is when it came out.
So good.
So you were 5 years
Choice year.
past. All right, dude. Okay. Does this look familiar?
Yeah, dude, because they took that bitch on tour
Yeah, they did, dude.
and they had fucking guitars and
3-string basses and shit.
Yeah, it was so good.
That album is 10 songs, 37 minutes. So Little Codes here was riding up and down the street. You probably didn't even take a turn. You probably just went down it,
No, just up and down.
turn around.
Yeah. No, up and down.
When you're a little kid, you're afraid to like branch out and do anything. You're like,
Wouldn't even go around the full block, just up the street, down the street.
I'm gonna do this U-turn real quick. I know this part of the neighborhood. All right, so it starts out with coming out of our shells.
It's already fucking sounding good, dude.
Is it bringing you back?
Oh, dude.
Out of our shells. Out of our shells.
All right, so you can't see him, but he's into it.
It's so good, dude. Like they've got some real artists to get on this shit. I think Johnny Cougar Mellencamp did the background vocals on it.
The background, he settled for background vocals. So that's the first song, coming out of our shells. Second song,
Name me some of the other songs.
Sing About It.
Hold on, name me some other songs.
Tubin,
No,
which I don't even want to know what Tubin is. Skipping Stones,
no,
Pizza Power,
no.
Walk Straight.
Walk straight, bro. Hit that walk straight. Dude, dude, just fucking walking with authority down my street. Just fucking.
Do you have a ghetto blaster on your shoulder?
So good, dude. I'm gonna start bumping this again.
No, you're not.
Dude, walk straight.
It's that saxophone.
So good. It's on Spotify?
Yeah.
Remember that we all have to grow.
So good.
Dude, it's got a super turn of the decade sound. Like they're still stuck in the 80s.
It has pretty good production for being,
Well, I don't think they half-assed anything back then. Like, if it was Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
they were going hard. Like,
well, there wasn't like a cheap production. It's like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have to fucking, we're gonna have to get dude from fucking Beastie Boys and fucking Jay-Z and fucking Beck.
yeah.
What's his name?
Well, a producer? I don't
The
know.
dude.
Rick Rubin?
Rick Rubin, bro.
He wasn't a thing yet, but yeah.
When did he do the fucking Beastie Boys album?
Or maybe he was a thing. Like,
You
just starting.
Goddamn right he was a thing.
I always think of Rick Rubin, like,
As
really
a ZZ
hitting
Top
it.
cast off.
No, yeah. I always think of Rick Rubin as the guy who made the Red Hot Chili Peppers a good band and not just a bunch of idiots jumping around. So Blood Sugar Magic in 92 or whatever, that's what I think of. I could be wrong. Don't fucking correct me on that. So one more here. No Treaties. Cowabunga. This one's titled, they put some thought into this shit. April Ballad.
I don't remember that.
Always the brave one.
This might have been the one that I fucking flipped over the tape and fucking started over.
Who's she singing about? Raphael?
I don't know.
Always the brave one. And then the last song, Count on Us. Let's see if they go out on a big note. Is this the Johnny Cougar Mellencamp song?
Yeah, this is the Johnny Cougar backup.
Ooh.
Dude,
That's some drums.
I don't know if these headphones are churching it up, but it sounds good.
Tell us. Preach.
Yeah, just good morals.
Yeah. So this was your Bible. Got it.
That's how I live my life, man. Got to fight to be free. Got to walk straight.
So you bring up one of my favorite pastimes as a kid, which was walking up and down the street or riding the bike up and down the street, listening to your favorite songs that made you feel like you're better than everybody else, that you're the baddest dude in town.
There's a certain kind of like confidence you get just jamming out to your tunes. When like obviously when you're older, you're cognizant of your surroundings, but like there was a kid when I was like 18, 19, still living at home, that he may have been like 7th, 8th grade, and he would fucking walk down the streets, and he's listening to like, I don't know, it's probably some kind of hip hop or something, but he's walking with such authority. You know what I mean? It's almost like, and he's like kind of dancing a little bit as he's walking, but he's like daring anybody to fucking look at him.
He's like, I dare you.
He's like, you got a problem with my strut?
Open those blinds.
Yeah.
I want to see your face. Fuck you.
And like he's just like biting the bottom of his lip, and I was like, that's the way you got to live your life, dude. That's the way to be.
Just strut.
Just strut it out.
Mean mug everybody. So I got a funny one real quick. I think it's funny. It's the top 5 stupidest things I did as a child. So my dad had a giant boombox that was like all aluminum, like the big metal ones.
The legit boombox.
Legit.
That's probably like
it was probably
$500,000 today.
I think he paid $300 for it in like 1980.
Even back then.
Yeah. So it was a ton of money, right? And excuse me. And there was a girl in my neighborhood that my friend liked. And my friend, you know him. I'm not gonna say his real name. I'll call him Joey. So Joey had a crush on this girl in our neighborhood. And
why didn't you just say massive cock? I would have known exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Used to be fat, not anymore. Massive cock.
Massive. So he had a crush on this girl, and he was like, "Hey, man," and I'm like 6, and he's like 5. No, we're a little bit older than that. But anyway, he's like, "Hey, man, this girl down the street, I like her a lot. I want to tell her what's up. Do you have any ideas?" And I was like, "Dog, my dad's got this boom box. The sun hits it right. It's going to blind everybody in town. It's all steel. We can load this tape in and fucking get it done, dude. And she'll like you." And he was like, "All right, let's go." So we walk down the street. I have it on my shoulder, and it's killing me. And he didn't tell me. He made it sound like she was like 3 houses down. She lived on the other side of the neighborhood. It took us like 20 minutes to get there. We had to take breaks. I had to piss on behind this guy's truck. Nobody was looking. It was terrible. We roll up, and he's like, "All right, I got this tape. Put this bad boy in. Let's put it by our window. Crank that bitch up." So we put on MC Hammer's first, the big album, Hammer Time. What is it called?
Can't Touch This, I think.
It is Can't Touch This. God, how can I
Dude, you should know you can't fuck with me on music trivia. I think I've proven that to you many a time at Buffalo Wild Wings. Proceed.
I had Buffalo Wild Wings last night.
Did you really?
Straight black. Just liquid.
Doo-doos.
Straight black liquid doo-doo. Horrible. Anyway, so We roll up to their house. We put the boombox out, and he gives me a pair of sunglasses, and we stand outside her window with sunglasses on, bumping MC Hammer loud as fuck.
Looking like a Lonely Island video.
Dude, with our backs like to each other, with our arms crossed. And he had a mullet, straight up mullet. Like no, you can't church that thing up. It was like feathered in the front, super party in the back. I looked like a shitty kid with red hair. I don't know, tank top and stuff. But we were backs to each other, arms crossed, sunglasses on, mean mugging this house for like 30, 40 minutes.
Oh, you played the whole album.
Dude, whole thing. We flipped the tape twice. And I'm like, dude, we need to roll. Like, nobody's coming out to the wind. Like, the neighbors are looking, whatever. And then he's like, all right. He finally like, all right, enough's enough. I'm like, all right, dude, let's get out of here. Grab the boombox. We start walking, and a car pulls up to the house. They weren't even home. We just sat outside fucking bumping loud-ass music to an empty house. Their animals are going shit.
That's rule one. Rule one, you got to make sure they're home.
And then
you got to have an audience, bro.
The parents roll up, and the dad gets out of the car, and he's like, what the fuck are y'all doing here? And I took my sunglasses off, and I was like, we're leaving, sir. And my friend, who he was just like, I like your daughter. And then we left.
Wow.
Anyway, biggest waste of time. But the MC Hammer album went real hard.
It did.
Not hard enough to make a girl get home faster so my shoulder wouldn't hurt for 10 hours. But anyway. So
yeah, I would have been pissed about that.
But do you remember that? Like when we were kids, the parents would just go, go do something. Get out of my face. Go outside. Go ride your bike. Whatever. And I would just walk around with a boombox or my Walkman all day, and I could have been stabbed or raped. I was a really good looking kid. Like that butthole was prime for some creepy old dude get inside and make me take my clothes.
You can't do that anymore though. Like I would never allow my kids to do that. And it sucks for them because they won't get to experience they won't get to experience strutting your shit down the street.
With coming out of our shells blaring?
Hitting that coming out of our shells, dude. And I'm sad for them for that.
Who's the best turtle?
I was always split on that because I love how smart Donatello is and how socially awkward he is. But Leonardo leads,
But he gets too inside his head
Oh,
sometimes.
total confidence problems.
So when he comes through, he comes through. But sometimes it takes him too long to get there.
Yeah.
And I'm a Donatello guy myself. He's got the brains.
And that staff, that bow staff's pretty sick.
I mean, let's be real. It's the best weapon in Turtles in Time. So anyway.
Yeah, got that reach.
So we became friends, in quotations, back then. And then I left schools.
But I don't know.
Do you remember that? I left school.
Yeah, well, didn't you go to the other school?
Yeah, I went back to Denton.
Yeah.
For a little bit. For a year and a half.
But I don't even know if we were so we probably knew of each other.
Cross paths.
But we probably did we probably hung out with Sea Child together. That's probably how.
That's exactly how it went down. So I went to our school. I went in 4th grade, and then in the middle of 5th grade, I was getting in trouble so much. My parents were like, you have to go back to your old school. You didn't get in trouble there. And then I went back to my old school for the remaining half of 5th grade and 6th grade. And then in 7th grade, I came back and immediately started entering your orbit again through, I think, our friend Sea Child, who he's going to love if he ever hears this, and that we're referring to him as that. He's
going to fucking drive him nuts.
He's going to pull his car off the road and kill a woman.
Yeah.
But again, I think I spent the night at your house like twice our entire youth.
Not very many people would spend the night at my house. I've actually thought about that quite often. Like, we would go over to his house a lot. I spent the night at your house a couple times, but we would always be over at one of the other two guys' houses.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I realized, and it's such a fucked up thing to say, I didn't want anybody fucking with my shit. You know what I mean? Because you go
So
over,
you were already 30 years old when you were 10.
yeah, I mean, you go to somebody's house, you're like, oh, this is a cool toy, and you start jacking with it. Like, I didn't want anybody like touching my shit. And that's so bad to say. I hate that that's the way it was, but I think I would make it so fucking boring when someone would come to spend the night at my house. Be like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Eh, we could lay on the floor and pretend like we're sleeping."
Or you could do what you did to me. Hey, come spend the night. Let's build this fucking office desk for my computer all night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was horrible.
I'm so excited to go over to your house, man. What are we gonna do tonight? Oh, we're gonna watch movies and shit. You fucking wrote me in. I get there and you're like, hey, build that fucking desk. And then we built it wrong and we had to tear it down and build it
Oh.
again.
I think that took hours and hours to do.
Yeah, that's what it was like being his friend back in the day. Was, hey, if I am gonna invite you over, you're gonna have to do chores.
But that was because I got that sweet ass Dell computer on payment plan from the mall, from a kiosk.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, some guy selling it at a kiosk at the mall. And I was like, I got my aunt to co-sign for me on it. And I think it was like 2 years of like $100 a month payments for this
Oh.
fucking Dell computer, you know, because I dressed it up to the nines and all that.
Were you working at the restaurant then?
Yeah. Yeah. I had some kind of job.
We even worked at the same job together and still really didn't talk to each other.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, see? I spent my entire career at that place getting picked on by all the Latino staff.
Yeah.
They would lock me in the fridge and fucking pour sour cream down my shirt. And then meanwhile, Codes was a server making all the money. See, when you're a busboy and you can't be a server yet, it's a total class war where like you accept fucking as a busboy.
There
you
is a
accept,
hierarchy. Yeah, there's a hierarchy for sure that you definitely aren't a part of anything.
and the servers give you the scraps. They're like, I made $300 in tips. Here's $7.
If that, you're lucky to get that.
And you're like, oh please sir, thank you so much. I'll take the chips out for you next time. It was fucked up, dude. And this motherfucker Codes was living large back then. Had this Mustang.
Living high on the hog, bro.
The boss didn't fuck with him. Our boss would come in right at close and get real drunk real fast and try to fight all of us.
Yeah, I don't know how he made any money because he would come in at the end of the night and just start bringing like a bottle of tequila to all the tables, like trying to be friends with all the patrons, and that's got to cost you money, you know?
And then he would drink all of it and fight me and any other busboy in the back. It sucked, dude. It was the worst.
Oh, I love that job.
I'm
So
sure you
good.
did. I saw this dude get knocked out at work. You remember that?
Get knocked out.
You remember when Felix knocked you out?
Oh, why do you say this? Oh, you mean this dude as in pointing to me? I thought you were
Yeah.
this one dude. I'm like,
No.
why would you say it like that?
No. That place was weird, dude. I worked there for
He
like
did bitch slap me.
I worked there for like 5 months and I never wanted to run from an industry faster. The restaurant industry, like everybody was getting fucked up and banging every night. Half of the cooks and waiters were fucking coke dealers.
I still have bad dreams about. I haven't had them in a while, but I still have bad dreams about. Not bad dreams, stressful dreams, where like I'll be right in the middle of the restaurant in my dream. I'll be doing something else, and all of a sudden I'm in the middle of the restaurant, and I got all these tables waiting for me to bring. And I'm like, I don't remember if he wanted the enchiladas or if he wanted the. And like I get so worked up, I wake up like sweating. I'm like, oh, thank God it was a dream, because all those people are getting fucked up orders. You know?
That's the stupidest fucking
Oh,
dream.
dude, it's such a bad dream because like it's like your life depends on it, you know, because it's your means of income.
It's your livelihood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just in the dream, you know, it's just like, oh no, I can't remember. You know, and I got like, you know, you have your little notepad and it's all chicken scratch and you can't read.
You can't read
and you're
any
like,
of it.
I don't want to be a dick, and like it's already been 20 minutes. I don't want to go back and be like, what did you order
Were
again?
those enchiladas chicken or beef?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That place was stressful as shit. And to relieve the stress, most of the employees there would get drunk, smoke weed on the clock,
Yeah.
or they would, what else?
Well, that restaurant was also a revolving door for the whole town. The turnover rate was crazy, and
Yeah, every
I
teenager
stayed there.
worked there.
Yeah, I stayed there for about 2 or 3 years, but you would get like all the drug dealers would roll through, like needing like maybe a legitimate job for their parents or something. But you get all the guys that yeah, you
I
get
forgot about.
yeah, you get you got the hookup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we had like 40-year-old waitress that would buy us Mad Dog all the time. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
All of us would be back there behind after work throwing up purple shit.
Yo.
It was and then everybody was leaving after that movie. Waiting like nailed a lot of restaurant culture that
Oh,
I
yeah.
experienced, which was everybody works together, they hate each other, and then they go party and bang each other and get pregnant after work, or just do a bunch of meth.
Yeah, something along those lines.
It was fucked up. I'm glad I got out of there. But and then we worked at another job together. Right after that,
Oh god. That's a
I'm not going to tell that story.
No, I mean, there's really nothing.
There's
You can
nothing to
tell
say.
it.
There's nothing to say.
There's nothing off. I'm not. There's nothing off
We-
limits. I'm an open book,
We worked at a
a
job.
piece at a time.
We worked at a job, and we worked before this place opened. We were building the store and getting it all stocked and being trained. And then, like, what, 2 days into it, you got fired?
Give me a little bit of fucking credit, bro. First of all, I guess we don't need. I mean, it's not like this podcast is going to become anything, but just for the sake of
You don't say that.
for the sake of trademark or whatever, so it's a big, massive retailer, right? The training was horrible.
It was the worst.
It's supposed to be one person on a computer-based learning module, and they had like 6 of us because they're trying to get ready to open this store.
In 2002.
And I just so happened to miss the part where you know how to tell a fake check. So I got bamboozled by a couple of people a couple times for having a fake check, and they never fired me. I never got fired. They just cut my hours down to like 4 hours a week. So they kind of just like forced me out. And I hate that place.
I think, yeah. I think what happened was one guy bamboozled you with that fake check and then told all of his friends.
I remember it. Because it only happened a couple times before I got in trouble. I remember exactly. It was this black lady, old, like, no, not old. She was like mid-30s, huge,
Wait, like, how we talk? Like,
pushing 280,
how tall?
5'2".
That's a lot.
You know what I mean? Just massive.
Just a house.
Yeah, and you can tell, like, she's probably like one of those people that works at like a state school or like a mental home or something like that. She's just like real bossy, like she's used to telling people. Anyways, I wasn't smart enough to pick up on it, but I put the check through the check reader, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, the check reader's not working. She's like, oh no, child, this is what you're supposed to do. And she told me how to get the check reader to accept the check. And I go, oh yeah, that's great, it worked.
It worked.
And she's like, yeah, so what I want to do is now that you got it working, I want to give you another $500 check to get some gift cards. I said, oh yeah, it's like, you helped me figure out how to use the check reader.
No problem.
And then I should have known something was up because her friend behind her did the exact same thing. She's like, oh baby, now that you know how to use the check reader, I got some stuff I got to buy too.
Didn't one of them buy like a giant TV?
No, it was mostly gift cards. And then a couple days later, they found it out, and they're like, "Look at these checks, bro." They're like, they're written in crayon.
Yeah, written in crayon with like backwards R's
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, like it's got a McDonald's stamp for the bank name, And I was like, dude, you guys didn't show me how to, check for bad checks.
Oh,
They're
you
like,
didn't?
Oh, you messed up. You lost. I think it was like $3,000. They're like, you cost the store $3,000. I was like, you didn't train me?
Straight, yeah.
Excuse me, you didn't train me? Hello, I wasn't trained right?
Do you remember the training? All it was like, don't join a union.
Oh yeah,
That was all it was.
That was their big, like the orientation is, we're not saying don't join a union, but like we strongly suggest you don't unionize.
Yeah, and if you happen to say the word union, you're gonna have 5 hours on your next
Yeah.
schedule. So
Yeah. That place was the worst.
Yeah, it was bad. And then yeah, so and then we parted ways after that for a while, and we've caught up here and there throughout the years. But I think what was it, about 7, 8 years ago we really started.
To be honest with you, I think it was your brother that brought us back together.
You're right,
Because I started hanging out with your brother because at the time he was a lot more fun to hang out with than you were. And
understandably.
yeah. And yeah, so then I started hanging out with your brother's friends, and your brother's friends were real fun. And then I think you went through a couple relationship things and then decided that hanging out with friends is fun again. And then
That's fair.
we kind of just
Picked up where
picked
we
up, yeah.
left off by talking to each other maybe once a month.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But to be honest with you, that's more than I talk to most people.
you're already melting my heart with those
Yeah.
baby blues right now.
I'm telling you, dude.
So that's kind of a brief background on us. We've been working on our friendship for some time, but we really thought this would be a really great way to not only become better friends, but to also for the rest of the world to understand us, since we're so misunderstood. I mean,
Well, so here's the thing. I was thinking about this. I was going to get some Jewel pods earlier. We are polar opposites.
yeah,
You are, to a fault, a people pleaser.
yeah, I can be.
How are you
Absolutely.
doing? Is everything okay? Is there something I can do for you? I am, to a fault, the exact opposite. If I see somebody is upset about something, I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Or you just won't say anything and drive off.
Or yeah, I just say, go away. I don't like the way you're looking, or whatever the case may be. So you have this like yin and yang dichotomy of two polar opposite, was it opposites attract
Yeah,
or something like that?
we're gonna make a beautiful baby.
Gotta be the ugliest thing you've ever seen.
Big old bug eyes and hair everywhere.
But anyway, so I think what you're getting at is, how do I word it? So there were some times earlier when I would try to hang out with you, no? Like before we started hanging out.
Oh yeah,
And you would kind of just blow me off or whatever. And I think I developed this resentment towards you to where
and to
we
be fair, I was blowing everybody off, not just you.
yeah.
You already know that though.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So we've gotten closer in the past, 4 or 5 years, something like that. Which is mostly probably due to your wife, to be honest, right?
That's not no,
Yeah.
no, but she
Yes.
is awesome, and I love her
Anyway.
very much, and she's good at that. So yes.
Anyways, so I think I would try to hang out with you, and you would blow me off or whatever, and I developed this resentment where I'm like, well, then fuck him, we've known each other this long, we're just not friends. And so then, being the people pleaser you are, you always throw out like, oh, friend or my buddy, and I'm like, we're not fucking friends.
You
If-
would tough
if-
guy me for a while.
yeah.
I remember that shit. I
And,
was like, fuck that
if
guy.
anything,
What's-
we're acquaintances. You know
there
what
it
I mean?
is.
So I think that's how we got to this semi-friendly status.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I can't say anything for my past self, so I'm not going to. But what I would say
I
is
can fuck that guy. Motherfuck that guy.
I'm just here to say I'm very happy to be doing this with you, and I can't wait to explore each other's not body. Don't do it. He just checked me out, everybody at home. And not only that, but we're gonna have in the future, we're gonna have a lot of our other semi friends on.
Yeah, but no, they're more like real friends.
What are you trying to say?
Whereas like we're semi friends, me and you. But like these
No,
other
you're
people
right.
are like real friends.
Real friends of ours, yeah. We'll put a disclaimer if it's a real friend or not in the podcast
Yeah, let
info.
them know. That'll really help their
Yeah,
ego
after they've
out.
already recorded it, like, by the way, this dude thought he's our friend.
Yeah.
Nope.
Fucking loser.
Semi-friend. Dickhead. All right, well, I think right now is a good time to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Dude, Modelo is way better than I remember it is.
It's pretty good.
This right here is the winner, though.
Yeah, that looked like
This limon y sal. Is that how you say salt in Spanish? What are you looking for?
my juice. Here it is.
All right, well, we're back, and this is going to be a little segment I like to call What the Fuck This Week. So I found a few people that I think could be semi-friends with you, maybe more. And I wanted to show them to you and just see what you think of these people. I want you to give the audience just a general overview of what you witness here. Is that all right with you?
I mean, I don't think I have a choice, so.
You have a choice.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the first one is going to be, I think, how we became semi-friends. So let's go ahead and check this out.
Are we best friends?
Yeah, and we have wieners.
And we both have wieners?
Yeah.
Is that why we're best friends?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So what do you think of that young man there and his reasoning behind being best friends?
That reminds me of one of my biggest fears that I've developed recently, which is I'm so scared about my son realizing that he's got a bigger dick than I do.
Does he?
No, not now. He's 6. I'm gonna be in some world of hurt if that's the case. No.
That's your fear, though, is that you wake up one day and you see him
I
walk
mean,
by to like go.
You know, my wife's family is good size. You know what I mean? They're all, 6 foot and
10 feet.
Yeah, they're. I just get the feeling like, well, I mean, everybody pisses and shits with the doors open around here.
What?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I mean, I don't. I lock the door because that's my thing. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
oh, I know how you are.
When I'm taking a shit. But, like, my son will walk in if I'm pissing or something, and, he just kind of looks, and he's like, oh, okay, whatever, just. But I feel like, come, 15, 16, he's going to be like.
He's going to be packing way more heat than you.
Oh, I bet you he will. And
what's that going to do to you?
I feel like he's like gonna not respect my authority, dude. He's gonna be like, no, I swing the big hammer in the house now, player. My
We're
house.
best friends?
That's it. Yeah, I've just started thinking about that. I'm like, man,
Is that what causes the true midlife crisis? Like the Corvette buying and the divorces and stuff?
no, because I think you're comparing that to everybody else in society. I'm more worried about my son thinking he can beat me up because he's got a bigger wanger than I do. You know what I mean?
But what if he could beat you up? Like, what if Mason
I'll
gets
check that
jacked?
motherfucker real quick, dude.
Never happening?
Oh, never. I told him yesterday. This isn't very good parenting, but I told him yesterday something about he was crying or something, and we were all laying in bed, and my wife was like, "Is he being mean? Do you want me to beat him up?" And he's like, "No, no." And she's like, "Well, you beat him up." She's like, one of these days you're gonna be stronger than him, and I go, "I'll kick his ass." And
Are you like rolled over, not even facing
yeah, I
him?
wasn't looking. I was like, I'll kick his ass. And then, I was just joking or whatever. And I was like, he better not forget it. I'll kick that ass real quick. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And I look over and he's just like bawling.
Oh,
And I was like, what? He goes, you cussed at me. I was like, oh, okay. So if I said I'm gonna beat you up, I'm gonna brutally beat you up for the rest of your life, that wouldn't be that big of a deal. He's like, no, you just said a cuss word at me. And I was like, that's why I'll kick your ass
you ain't
every
beating
time.
nobody. You ain't beating me
I'll
up.
kick your ass.
Oh, all right. Let's continue on this train here. What about this guy? Do you think this is somebody that you could hang out with? And I'm gonna post links to all these in the podcast description, but is this somebody you would kick it with? And that's his song. What are you seeing?
A kid in a with a mullet in a no, those aren't trailers. In like in a shitty apartment complex, doing ninja type things with some.
Is it like a beanbag on a rope? What is that?
To be honest with you, I wasn't even looking at that. I didn't even realize he had something in his hands.
He's like swinging something.
I
He's like
was-
Napoleon Dynamite, but real.
I was too busy looking at the physical motion to see that. I think it's just a lanyard with keys. I think it's just the stupid thing he wears around his neck.
So if we had this kind of technology when we were teenagers, do you think you would have been doing that?
Oh, we would have looked way worse.
No way.
Oh yeah, because I think he's like, the cool thing now is cringeworthy content, right?
Yeah.
So like you gotta know if
He's leaning into it.
If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. But when you ain't got it, you can really ain't got it. And so he's leaning into that. But I think ours would have been more authentic and more genuine, but 10 times worse. Way more
I don't even know
cringeworthy.
what way to- Yeah, he's doing like Karate Kid moves, and he's wearing like tracksuit pants and a sweater, but he looks like Gollum with a mullet and like oversized hipster readers.
Okay, so I got a question for you. What if you go back with that technology, what would your video consist of? And I'll tell you mine.
Like me as a 15-year-old kid.
Just anything back in the day. Any you pick the age.
Well, let's say at my prime
You had a prime?
of being an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't let me finish my fucking sentence, asshole. At my prime of being an idiot, I was probably 15, right? And we were like lighting stuff on fire all the time and like getting stoned and listening to music super loud and pretending to have a better understanding of the universe. And
Just reliving Dazed and Confused.
yeah, but as a 15-year-old kid listening to, I don't know what it would have been. Like, I don't.
That's not how this works. You get to pick something. It doesn't have to be when you're 15. It could be my kids at 6 and 8 have tablets, and you know what I mean. They understand. They understand the construct of TikTok and all that stuff.
So we were obsessed with prank calling for a while.
You're taking too long, man.
I am taking. I'm sorry. I
just think of something stupid and quirky you used to do that you would record. That not even okay. It doesn't have to be something that you would record. Someone would record you doing.
Then it would probably be my eating habits back then, because I ate for like 2 summers in a row. I think I ate Campbell's nacho cheese
straight out the can
into the bowl, like can into the bowl.
What's Campbell's nacho cheese?
It's literally their queso. The reason why you haven't heard about it is because it's fucking cancer causing. It's like Jell-O but yellow. It's disgusting. I ate that and a full bag of tortilla chips every day for lunch.
Yeah, but that's not like.
But I would. That's all I was like into besides playing video games. So like I would play video games and then be like, ooh wee, it's Campbell's nacho cheese sauce time.
Mom, is it Campbell's nacho cheese sauce out of a can time?
And then if I'd come home stoned or something, I would make pizza rolls with it as well and pour the queso on the pizza rolls and eat it. It would have been either that or like me drawing. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say anything.
You mean to tell me you weren't a weird kid?
I was a weird kid, but
let me give you mine, and then you can have something to go off on. So this wouldn't be something that I would record. If I was able to record it, it'd be an amazing feat of cinematography because it would be hard to catch angles. But this is anywhere from 5 to 9 years of age. I think I've told you this before. I think, yeah, because I think so, because your wife laughed about it. So when I would take a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when I would take a shit, I've always been one of those people that feel like you can never it's just constant marker, right? It's always you wipe and it's still there. It's still there. You know, I always have like I can easily go through half a roll of toilet paper
So how did you do?
on one doo-doo, right? So I was always worried about. I got a butt you can clean. I mean, you can eat dinner off of. You know what I mean? I'm just so worried about having a. Anyways, so what I would do is I would take a deuce, wipe and wipe and wipe and wipe
Forever.
and in my bedroom there was a Jack and Jill. It was a Jack and Jill bedroom setup or whatever, or Jack and Jill bathroom where it was the bathroom that connected the two bedrooms.
Right.
And there was a long ass vanity countertop situation. I would jump up on the countertop and big mirror. I would jump up on the countertop, put my head.
Don't say it. Don't fucking say it.
Put my head between my legs and look at my asshole in the mirror. And look at my asshole in the mirror to see if there was any doo-doo on it.
No, you wouldn't trust the paper?
Quality control.
That's the messenger. Dude.
Sometimes you don't trust it. Sometimes you got to see it to believe it.
Can we talk about
So that's what my video would be. It would be somebody walking into me, head between the legs, looking at my 5-year-old to 9-year-old butthole to make sure that half a roll of toilet paper did not make sure it did get all the doo-doo remnants from my butthole.
So what if your kids used fucking half a roll of toilet paper on every doo-doo?
To be honest with you, I'm a very stingy dad when it comes to things. Toilet paper's not one of them.
Even in this
We let
unpredictable world we live in
We
right
let
now?
the toilet paper flow at my house.
You know what?
So that's what my video would be. Now that
you
you've got
looking in the mirror, your asshole.
Now that you've got a good example, what would your video be of some weird shit you did as a kid? And not to say top that, but I mean top that.
I can't top that. Like, I used to have like weird, like tics, where I would like do that, like squint my nose or like squint my eyes a lot.
Dude, you've got to have something. Like I heard a story from a guy I used to work with that said that when he was, I don't know how old, hopefully young, he would take a shit in a book.
What?
And shut the book.
Why?
And then a couple days later, take a shit on the next chapter. Shut the book. His parents found a shitty novel. You know what I'm saying? Just what kind of weird shit did you do as a kid?
Like, nothing even close to that.
You had to have done something weird, dude.
This might be for another time. My brother, I can't.
Oh, your brother's definitely got stuff.
He knows me better than I know myself. I don't.
We'll put a
pin in that.
Yeah, put a pin in that.
I don't know.
We'll dog ear that page.
I was just thinking about how
my 5-year-old butthole.
Well, I was thinking about that. I bet you were still hairy at 5.
No, because remember, I told all y'all when I got my first pubes.
Oh, we knew.
Remember?
It was the shot heard around the world.
Dude,
when you got your pubes in, you were like, y'all don't even know. Y'all can't say shit. I got my first pubes. We were all disheartened. And
I don't think I said it like that. Oh, I would definitely put the arms up so you could see the armpit hair. As
soon as you got armpit hair, you started wearing tank tops like crazy, and you would like
let
you'd be
it
like,
flow.
guys, I need to relax today, and put your arms up behind your head, and all of us would be like,
but I don't think I was like showboating, show off about it. I think I would just be like, yeah, it's no big deal. My pubes came in, it's whatever, you know. But I had to make sure it was known.
Yeah, that's showboating,
is it?
Yeah, that's like
I think it was more matter of fact. I think it was just like, yeah, what'd you guys do this weekend? You know, oh, I mowed the lawn, my pubes came in, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but you let us know
on multiple occasions
for like 2 weeks straight until we were like, sick of you talking about your 2 pubes that came in.
Yeah, it came in very patchy. Definitely, the force didn't drop in one day. Hold on, we need to have tiers. So you've got friends, semi-friends, quasi-friends.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Proceed, but that's just a little.
So is a quasi-friend like the dude?
It's a friend of a semi-friend, probably.
Yeah, that like you see at Walmart and you don't even look at them.
Yeah, well,
Like you notice them and you're like, I don't
you
want,
avoid them.
you're like, I
You
don't
avoid them.
fucking want
But
to
if you
talk
ran
to that
into them,
dude.
you're like, bro, it's been forever since I've seen you. Remember that one time that we?
How do you get out of that? How do you get out
Do
of
you
that?
not go to? Have you been to the Walmart where we grew up?
No.
It's the worst thing on the face of the earth. Oh, I didn't mean to say the store. Anyways,
It doesn't matter, but
I'll tell my wife all the time. You know, 'cause
you're like,
my-
I'm not still.
Well, I mean, we're going over to my parents or whatever, and they still live in the town that we grew up in, and I'm like, we got to go into this place and get grapes or something for the kids, something stupid. We gotta get squeezies. We gotta get squeezies. And I'm like, well, I'll be gritting my teeth, and she's like, what's wrong? I was like, I guarantee you, we're gonna run into somebody.
every
She's
time.
like, you say that every time, and we go in there, and it's like, oh, I went to school, and I got in a fight with that kid. You know what I mean? Or that kid's mom died, or whatever.
That's all you know about them.
Yeah, well, it's just trivial stuff about them, but it's like, it's one of those things where you have to avoid them because if you see them, you have to acknowledge them.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, all of us at our school were almost 13-year seniors. You know what I mean? I came in at
And
the
it
end
was a
of
small
kindergarten.
class.
Yeah, class of 180 something.
Yeah.
So you see somebody you went to school with, and you're like, God, I don't fucking like this person. But you got to be like, sup, bro? 13 years together, going strong. Remember that? That was cool.
I see a few every year, and I fucking.
You lie because you're a people pleaser. Hey, bro.
No, I don't.
I've been really meaning to get a hold of you because
I am a people pleaser, but in that instance, I see them first because I'm always looking. I'm always looking around.
I do catch them first because I'm scanning.
I catch them, and I'm like, I gotta get out. Like I'll go check out. Like
I've dropped everything I've had and just be like, I don't need this bad enough. No, if it's only like a couple items, I'll just get it later.
And it's not that I have dirt on these people, or it's just that awkward interaction.
It's the worst.
Kills me. So I'm just like, fuck this noise. Straight to the register, check out. I might have been there for a full week's of groceries, and I'm leaving with apricots and a banana. You know what I mean? But I'm out, dude. I will not put myself in that situation. And the worst is like, if they come into my store, which happens, I have nowhere to hide.
No. Especially if they're trying to like haggle on something and they're like, oh, let me get my manager. And you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
and I roll over and they're like,
but then what if they want the hometown discount?
the hometown discount is that you're still alive. Like I can't, you know what I mean? Like we're lucky to be around. So no.
Yeah.
But like that situation sucks. And I don't do that to people. Like, and you already know too, you see them. It's your daughter playing piano.
Time out.
Hold on one second.
No, don't pause it. Just hold on.
Oh, well, yeah, let's let the people here give them what they want.
Kids having kids.
Babies having babies. So anyway, if you see just a semi-friend tip, if you see someone you haven't seen in a long time at a store or a bar or whatever, don't fucking go talk to them. Just you went your separate ways for a reason, and let it be that. It sucks, right? Like nobody has fun in that.
It's almost like you just need to look at each other and just both give each other the eye and just go, don't you fucking do it. And then they're like, I'm not going to fucking do it. And be like, don't.
You just acknowledge like you're still around, and that's it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking come talk to me. I don't care about your kids. And you don't care about what's going on in my life. So don't
fucking
do
it.
it. I hate it so much. So anyway.
Girl, don't do it.
As I was saying a minute ago. But yeah, quasi-friends is definitely that.
Yeah.
Quasi-friends.
Oh, I forgot we went off on that tangent.
Yeah. Quasi-friends is definitely the people that you see from your past and you don't want anything to do with them. But you don't hate them. You don't have anything against them.
It could still be something that someone that has potential. They just haven't tiered up
for whatever reason.
They're still at quasi friend status, but they very easily one kind gesture could bump them into semi-friend.
But yeah, you don't want to. You're not going out of your way to say hi to them, and they're not going out of their way to say hi to you.
Right.
You're friendly from a distance. Right.
So I wanted to establish those tiers because you're about to show me some shit, and they very well could be somebody that is potential quasi friend.
All right. So what's below quasi friend?
Fucking not gonna talk to you. I don't know what's below quasi friend.
Enemy?
No, that's very
person.
Guy.
Just guy. Even if it's a girl.
Yeah. Hey guy.
Hey guy.
Hey there, guy.
Like so what's the top tier? Is that good friend or best friend?
I think the obligatory thing is best friend, right?
All right. So it's best friend,
mm-hmm.
semi friend,
No. Okay, but parallel to semi-friend is good acquaintance, right?
Oh yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Semi-friend equal good acquaintance.
Yeah, I mean, just because they're interchangeable, right? So don't if you hear good acquaintance mentioned, it's on the same plane as semi friend.
Yeah. So, or if you hear semi-friend, it's good acquaintance. So then quasi-friend, which is the I hope they don't talk to me in public, but I wish them well. Right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Don't talk to me in public. Okay. I'm just making my notes here. And then below quasi-friend is just guy,
Hey, guy, either guy
which is the ultimate neutral. Right? It's just
could care. Yeah, either way.
Either way.
Don't mean you any harm, but could really give a fuck if anything ever happens to you in your life. That's good.
or bad.
Yeah,
Or bad. If I hear you die, I go, no shit. And that's it.
yeah.
Okay. I know plenty of guys. All right. And then what's below guy? We're getting into like enemy territory now, right?
Yeah, once you get below guy, you're going more towards a
Like nuisance, and then
I don't know. That's a tough one. We might have to revisit that.
that's gonna be something for next week.
Yeah.
So right now we've got the tier list. Is tier 1 is best friend. That's your ride or die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's like you get the phone call in the 2 a.m. and it's like, oh man, something bad happened and I need you to help me to bury this body. You go, okay, no problem.
Right.
Let me get dressed, right? Tell my wife I'm going to get cigarettes.
Yeah. You don't question it.
No, you know, and it's got to happen. So below that is semi-friend, which what we are currently at.
Yeah. So semi-friend is you do the same thing applies as best friend, but they call you 2 a.m. You do it, but you go, what the fuck did you do?
You just talk shit the whole time.
Well, no, what the fuck did you do? Why? You're so stupid. You know what I mean? Why would you get yourself in such a situation?
Why did you kill her? You didn't have to kill her.
Yeah. You know, if we get through this, I'm probably going to demote you down to quasi friend.
You're going to be a quasi. I'm
Yeah.
going to see you at the Quick Trip.
Best friend, you do it, and then you never speak of it again. You're like, we sweep that one under the rug, and we just don't. Semi friend, you'll never hear the end of it. Quasi friend, you know, if they somehow got your number, I don't know, you know,
2 a.m. phone call, you're going to just snooze it.
Well, yeah, you probably don't even answer, but if you do, you're like, okay, I killed a guy. Oh, okay.
I'm calling the cops.
I need your help. Sorry, I got shit to do in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta go to work, man.
Yeah.
I can't help you bury a hooker.
Right. And then guy, you know, anything guy and below, you're calling the cops on them because you saw them or heard that they killed somebody.
Or you know what guy would do? Guy would Facebook message you.
Right. Yeah, 'cause they don't have your number.
Yeah, they don't have your number. So that.
And then I would report them to Facebook, you know, as spam or something like that. Like a Russian bot.
He killed a guy.
Yeah, he just told me he killed a guy.
He killed a guy.
You have the chat logs.
Screenshot.
Just look it up.
Don't you hate that? Have you ever been hounded by somebody via phone or text and they couldn't get to you, so then they resort to social media?
I don't think I've had the text thing. I have had guys Facebook message me.
Are they guys in like the tier?
Yeah, tier guy tier.
Guy tier.
I have had guy tier people Facebook message me to try to get a hold of me or whatever. Like with your brother's
Tread lightly.
yeah, your brother's ex
whatever.
You know, there was some situations where they would message me and it's just like
Looking for him?
yeah, you know, just all of that other personal stuff involved. It's like, dude, we're not friends on Facebook. I don't even know why Facebook let you message me. I might have to have a talk with Facebook after this.
Yeah, check my privacy settings.
Yeah.
No, I've had that happen a couple of times where people call and text me and I really just I don't want to talk to them, so I blow them off. And then the Facebook Messenger dings start coming through, and I'm just like, oh.
Like
you're going
like machine
far?
gun
Yeah.
fire type
And then I'm
shit?
like, okay, it's an emergency. Like something really
Right.
bad's happening. And they don't reveal the problem. They're just throwing that line out. They're like,
Oh.
hey, really need to talk to you. And you're like, hey, what's up? And then it's some bullshit. And I can't really reveal it here. So I feel bad for even bringing it up. But it's
They want your attention, so they make it sound like it's a dire situation. Then it's really just they want you to help them with something,
Yeah.
or they want some information real quick, or whatever. But
Dude, when I had my truck, I was blown up all the time on there.
to
People
utilize the bed.
People think like me thinking there's an emergency, and I reply to them, and then they're like, "Hey, I'm moving apartments on Wednesday. Can you?" And I'm like, "Nah." I'm glad I don't. I miss my truck. I miss driving truck. Driving truck's cool. But the burden of truck ownership, they do not explain to you at the dealership. They don't tell you that every time somebody needs anything from Home Depot that's a grill or big, furniture from any place, or to move, that you're that dude, no matter what.
It's a blessing and a curse. Yeah.
So speaking of blessing and a curse, I got some more. I got a couple more things to show you here. And so this one, so these are TikToks I'm showing you.
yikes!
And I'm sure you're familiar with the social media platform known as TikTok, right?
I love cringeworthy TikTok videos.
Okay.
I don't know. Is there any regular TikTok videos?
Absolutely.
I've never seen a regular TikTok video. I've only seen cringeworthy compilations.
They have like pranks on there and stuff.
Never seen them. I've only seen
Cool
the people
cooking tips.
I've only seen the people singing to Keith Sweat or ICP, missing half a head of teeth.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bring you down the rabbit hole here just a little bit. We're gonna dip our toes in this week, and we're gonna continue to explore the space as we keep going. But so there's like this whole section of TikTok that you have to kind of dig for, and that's
like
where
a seedy underbelly of
it's
TikTok.
the seedy underbelly where like all the people with real problems hang out. And we're not gonna be there this week, but this one is one where the people pretend to be Disney princesses, and they're really into it.
So it's a Disney cosplay.
Yeah, you be the judge.
Like Barbie's accusing me of sleeping with Ken.
Oh,
She's
Barbie,
got the
sorry, not
wrong
Disney.
chick, but let's give her a call just to let her know. Hi, Barbie, it's me, Yasmin. Didn't anyone ever tell you not to mess with someone with detachable feet? I'm invincible, bitch.
What'd you just see there?
That's not fair. Because you set me up for failure on this. How can I describe this without completely shooting myself in the foot here?
No, the other one was shooting yourself in the foot. I didn't give you a landmine here.
It kind of looks like
How
it.
old is that person?
I'm not gonna go there with this. I am gonna tell you this person's username, and that we'll leave it at that. This username is Fat and Bougie 167. And she's supposed to be acting like a Barbie doll, and the shoe does definitely not motherfucking fit. Nice try on that. I saw
wasn't
what you were
trying to
trying
trap
to do.
you. No. All right. This one, you're going to have to explain what you're seeing. Okay. I am not going to play the audio here. I'm not.
Okay.
You're going to have to explain to everybody what you're seeing.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just tap the screen when you're ready. Okay. We're using my phone this week.
Okay, this is honestly really weird, so I'm not sure where
It's
I'm
a
putting it on
girl
TikTok, but I am.
touching
This
her
is my really long
eyebrow.
eyelash. I put mascara on it to try to make it darker to show you.
What?
Yes, it is attached to my eye. I've had it my whole life. People are always like, "Oh my god, there's a hair in your eye," and they'll try to pull it out, but it's attached, and every time I pull it out, it grows back, so it doesn't matter.
What? So this girl, about half an inch below her eyebrow, has a patch of hair
It's on her eyelid.
It's on her eyelid?
Yes.
It is on her eyelid.
Oh, it's so gross, dude. I almost throw up every time I see it.
And it just looks like
It's
it
disgusting.
looked like somebody jammed like a lucky rabbit's foot into her eyelid, and she got most of it out, but there's just like a couple like one patch of stray hair sticking out, and she's yanking on it and it's not coming out.
It's so gross, dude. It's literally some weird like
And like her eyebrows are manicured properly, and like, you can tell she's trying to take care, but she left this huge patch on her eyelid, and she said it doesn't matter if she pulls it out, it just grows back again. Well, bitch, you're gonna have to keep pulling every day because that shit
it's
is
so
horrible.
nasty, dude. It's a bunch of eyelashes in between her eyelashes and her eyebrow. So right on the middle of your eyelid is just a patch of weeds. And the worst part is she put mascara on it so you could see it better. And it just
She said she put mascara on it?
Honestly, really weird, so I'm not sure where
Oh,
I'm
it's
putting it
so
on
much
TikTok,
hair,
but I
dude.
am.
It's so
This
much.
is my really long eyelash. I put mascara on it to try to make it darker to show you.
It's so gross. I can't even look at it.
But that doesn't make any sense. How can you have hair follicles inside your eyelid?
It's on the outside.
What do you mean it's on the outside?
The hairs, the eyelash is coming out of the. It's coming out right here.
It's coming out of the outside, but where is it at?
I mean, where
On the inside of her eyelid.
I mean, so is this though. It's eyelashes. It's not eyebrow. It's eyelashes that she's got.
It's a whole set of eyelashes.
That's what she said. So gross. Why are you looking at my phone like you want to marry it? Are you that intrigued?
Well, I'm looking at her and then I'm looking at you.
Have you ever seen people that get the top, like the jaw surgery where they replace the roof of their mouth?
What?
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Where they replace the roof of their mouth with like hair or with their with skin from like their leg and stuff?
Like to fix like hair lip or something?
Or like they get in a really bad accident, like car wreck, and they have to rebuild part of their jaw.
Are you looking for those type of videos? How do you just stumble across that?
I just saw it one day. It's not a video, but I'll show you what I'm talking about.
I have never seen that before in my life.
What are you seeing?
They've got hair growing on the inside of their mouth.
Yeah, on the roof of their mouth.
That guy's growing it on his tongue.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what they have replaced.
What?
Isn't that gross, dude? Like you get one hair in your mouth while you're eating food and
start gagging.
And you're spending 20 minutes trying to pull at it. Imagine this, dude.
Do they wax the inside of their...
I don't know.
How did you come across that? I've never seen or heard of that in my life.
I saw it on Reddit, dude. I saw it. I had a few beers and I was surfing Reddit one night and I saw that and I almost threw up all over myself.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Let's go on some more. Let's get on a couple more videos here. So this guy, I think, reminds me a lot of you when you're in Vegas. So my friend Codes here likes Vegas a lot. He may like to partake in buffets.
Check.
He may like to partake in the scenery.
Check.
He may partake in the alcohol.
Check.
And he may partake in the alcohol some more.
Check. But there's one more thing you're missing.
Oh, yeah, there's gambling. He likes that a lot.
Check plus. Check plus. Check plus.
All right, so we're going to watch this video and, yeah.
She's fine. No, we're not going home. She's fine. You're fine. Look.
I don't even... So this is a guy that is scooting his butt down a flight of stairs.
Fancy stairs.
Fancy carpeted stairs. But I don't even know if he's... I don't know if he's drunk. He's got a drink in his hand.
He's got a drink.
But...
He looks lazy, though.
That's what I was going to say. That just may be an easy mode of transportation.
Have we been doing stairs wrong?
That's just a classic case of work smarter, not harder, to me.
The best part is
and he's doing it with such confidence.
Look at his face. Yeah, he's just like,
no, we're not going home.
I know what I'm doing.
You're fine.
And it's the best way to travel.
And he's not spilling the drink at all. He's got such a...
And he stands up at the end like nothing's going on. So would you hang out with that guy?
I probably would. He's dressed pretty snazzy, too.
Oh, my God, dude. All right. What are you seeing?
An old, decrepit set of toenails that are blue and black, and someone's cutting them.
They look... Dude, how long are those
is that nail polish?
Yes.
I thought that was just like... I don't know why, but in my head, I just thought that's how nails look like on a decomposing body or something.
Dude, look. How long are those fucking nails?
I've seen longer, but they're in pretty rough shape.
They look preserved. Like those look like mummy feet. You know what I mean? Like how mummies' teeth and like faces look. That's what those feet look like.
But to be fair, that's probably like an old lady that can't get down there and get to them and stuff. So you're kind of being a dick.
Well, I'm always being a dick, but how do you think those nail techs felt when she took them sandals off?
I mean,
the Crocs off. You know she was wearing Crocs.
If they deal with that on a daily basis, no, she was wearing probably open-toed flip-flop sandals. You know what I mean?
House shoes?
Yeah. No, the open.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
I was just... No, dude, that's an out of control occurrence, dude. They're having to like get the bone saw out.
Yeah, but man, old people be struggling to get down there. Sometimes.
Those look like fossils. It's disgusting.
And there's definitely having issues there.
All right, and the last one, this guy I would hang out with for sure. This is my favorite song of 2020 so far, and I just wanted you to witness the greatness. Explain to the folks afterwards what you're seeing.
One time I took a hit of Propel was a popular sports drink that was invented in the early 2000s. I was at my best friend James's lake house and I took a big hit of the gravity bomb. I got really thirsty and said, "Do you have any Gatorade? Or maybe do you have some great Propel?" In that moment, I thought, did I just invent Propel in my mind? Or has it always existed? I completely blacked out and I started to panic, and I didn't know what was real anymore. I said, I think I need to go to the hospital so that I could maybe get put in an IV.
Bro, where's the chorus?
That's it. That's
We
all
need the
song.
chorus. We need the. That's just a guy that looks like a young Charles Manson with a trucker hat, describing his confusion of reality. It's actually a pretty decent song, but we got no chorus, and the cadence is a little. We need to get the fucking 4/4 beat going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely not in time. Was Propel popular?
I think people that didn't drink soda drank Propel to be like edgy. Like, oh no, I drink.
I get loose.
I drink flavored stuff too.
I get loose.
Yeah. And then like people that drink sodas are like, this is just like water's slutty cousin, but you call her slutty, but in reality she's held hands with somebody before.
but that's a
You know what
total
I mean?
slut move.
Yeah.
No, I drank Propel.
I believe it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Because you look like somebody that would drink Propel or like LaCroix.
I don't drink LaCroix.
Is that how you pronounce it?
It's got no flavor. It tastes like armpit. Like you poured sparkling water on somebody's armpit that had a fruity deodorant on it.
Yeah.
And then you got what was dripping off of that armpit hair. It's a gross visual. I'm sorry, but
there was something my brother used to drink all the time. I don't know if it was ginger ale.
Ugh.
But it was something. What was it called? Oh, I'm gonna write that down. There's something he used to drink that was just drove me nuts because it was like the lamest. I'll have to call him.
Who drinks ginger ale?
Call brother.
We could do it right now.
About bitch drink.
Here.
He used to drink. He's not gonna answer, dude. He doesn't answer my phone calls.
Okay, that's
we
why.
We converse via text.
Give me it. I'm Bluetooth in. Let's get Tay-Tay on the line.
All right.
And you're going to ask him what bitch drink he was drinking. I'm just going to need that number.
Let me look it up.
I'll let you type it in and hit the green button because I don't want to dox your brother. So during this quarantine, y'all commit any food crimes?
What's a food crime?
Like put gushers in a fruit roll up and roll it up. Just fat as fuck meals. Just no sanity.
Well,
Pop-Tart ice cream sandwich.
What I used to do when I was a kid, which is super disgusting, is take, the can of squirt cheese.
Yeah.
I used to put it on chewy chocolate chip cookies.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just a weird
That's
combination
so gross.
of
I used to dip Oreos in queso.
Oh.
Yeah. It tastes like a milkshake.
And
then I was like, why am I 350 pounds?
Yeah, right. No, a guy at work told me that you already have his number in there.
God damn it.
A guy at work told me that he goes, brother, what you need to do is get you it can't be fresh. It's got to be an older can of peaches, like canned peaches. He's like, what you
older?
Yeah, and he's like, because it's got more. It's been sitting in that can ripening,
stewing. Yeah,
and he's like, so you pour out all the juice, and then what you do is you put them peaches in a cup, and you get you a big old dollop of mayonnaise.
What?
He's like, and you mix that up real good and put some cinnamon on it. And I looked at him for like 30 seconds straight. And finally he's like, well, are you going to try it? I was like,
fuck no.
I was like, I don't know how to say this without being really rude to you because you're a coworker, but there's no way am I ever going to try
Gun to the head.
peaches and mayonnaise? Well, of course, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, though. And a ridiculous amount of money.
Oh, I
Peaches-
would do crazy stuff for a ridiculous amount of money. That does, but like just on a no stakes. You asked me to do that. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just not doing that.
peaches and
Oh
mayonnaise.
no! And you know what he did? I forgot. He brought that shit to me
No.
the next day at work. He brought one of the little snack packs of peaches, and I forgot. And with the mayonnaise, you're supposed to put fucking grated cheese.
What is that even?
I don't. It's like and then you mix it all up, and it's almost like a pimento spread. That's
that
what it
the-
ends up looking like.
That's that shit they put in you to cleanse your colon. Like that's just the immediate blowout. There's
Yeah.
no way you survive that.
And like so, he gave it to me and mixed it up. He's like, "Here you go, brother. You're really gonna enjoy this." I was like, "Cool." And I set it down at my desk, and then I just go back to my computer and I feel him looming. And he's like, "Are you gonna try it?" I'm like,
Did you try it?
I had to.
No, you did.
I forgot I did. But like it's one of those things where like whenever I was a kid, I would eat applesauce and I hated applesauce, but you hold your nose,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and eat it. And so like I kind of just like
Powered through it with your.
yeah, like I kind of like try to
Nose turned
shut
off.
off the olfactory senses, and kind of just pound it down. And I was like, "Oh, that's so great." I was like, "I'll have to tell my wife about it and make it at home." And then he looked like
Make it.
yeah, and he like looked like Yosemite Sam after he like shot bugs or something. He just like started finger gunning. He's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, brother,
fuck
I
yeah,
told
man.
you it was so good."
Can't wait to tell my wife about it.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I told my wife or not, but I was just like.
No,
And-
you don't tell anybody. Like you fucked up telling me. You don't tell anybody right
But
there.
he made it sound. He's like, "My daddy did this back in Vietnam, and he brought it home to us." And I was like,
Ugh.
Your dad was also fucking killing people. I don't kill people. I'm not eating peaches and mayonnaise and cheese, bro."
That's all they had left in their like supplies. That's why
Yeah.
he ate that shit.
Right. That's all he had left of the MRE.
Dude, I used to think my grandpa was weird because he would.
We don't need to call my brother. Fresca.
Fresca's not weird.
Fresca is so whack. He would drink Fresca all day. Ugh. Fresca, dude. What is it? Is it ginger ale?
No, it's
What did you tell me?
flavored mineral water, right? Like flavored carbonated water.
I don't know.
I'm not googling it. We're just gonna go off the hip here.
I don't.
I'm not really educated in the
I
soda
think
game.
Fresca's on a different level. There's something. I feel like it's ginger ale based.
Really?
To be honest with you. And he would just I'd pop open a crisp, cold DP, and just, and I'd look over at him and Fresca.
Fresca?
Oh, I just wanted to smack him, and that was his choice. He could have had a Dr. Pepper. He chose Fresca.
Was Dr. Pepper the drink of choice?
Growing up, it was mostly Coke. I think that's
Yep.
just because that's what was given. But
That's what
once
the
you
parents-
once you get that taste of DP, you're like,
Can't go
why
back.
are we living any other way?
You can't. Up north, DP's hard to get a hold of.
I don't think it's as hard as they make it sound, but I think they do prefer the Pepsi and Coke products, and Pepsi's complete dog shit.
It's so gross. Pepsi tastes like old Coke. Like
It does. It
it's
tastes
been
like
sitting
flat.
open for 2 weeks.
It almost tastes like old cough medicine. You know what I mean? That's like been sitting with the cap off for a month or so.
So I always wondered like what would happen if you go back in time just a few hundred years with a couple of lame items that we take for granted every day and show people, like if we went back to the 1400s and we're like just left a Coke can on the steps of some king's castle, like
Well, I think the carbonation, right, would blow their mind.
oh, it'd kill them.
No, what would kill them is the amount of sugar in that drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because have you been overseas? Like I've been to Mexico and I've had like a Mexican Coke or a Mexican Sprite, and it tastes completely different. There's hardly as much sugar at all.
Well, it's because they use real sugar in them, and so they don't have to use as much, right?
Right.
That's,
But
instead, over here we use like a pound of corn, high fructose corn syrup for it instead
Yeah.
of the sugar because it's better for you.
Right. And they say y'all's taste like straight cough medicine. And I was like, "What are you talking about? It tastes good." And they're like, "No, it just way too sugary."
Dude,
I'm like, "Well, yours tastes like a bitch drink." You know what I mean? Yours is
it doesn't go
yours
hard
is
at all.
weak as shit,
Weak.
dude.
It didn't get me going whatsoever. When we were in Amsterdam, we had deserted a couple of places, and their dessert was more satisfying than it was sweet. Like we really piled it on over here. I mean, we all know that. Look how many people are dying. I think I had. Oh yeah, I had one more thing to talk to you about. One more video to talk to you about.
Okay.
So, what's your opinion on ninjas?
As a profession or like
Just when you think of the word ninja, what comes to mind?
what's his name? The guy from Karate Kid.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, but what's his name?
Pat Morita.
Pat Morita. I think of Pat Morita in Three Ninjas.
Okay.
Was that him?
No, but
He looked just like him.
it's an older
It was
Asian
it was a
man.
fatter, older.
He was
Pat
heavier.
Morita. I think of that guy.
That's a ninja to you.
Yeah, because like I don't think of like the glamorous Hollywood. I think of like a guy that's just like
He's been doing it.
Been a ninja for 40 years. I still got it, but like I let my shit go. You know what I mean?
I'm enjoying myself at this point in
Yeah.
life. I'm not ninja.
I kind of got complacent, but I will still ninja a motherfucker if I got to.
If they need ninja,
Right.
he's gonna ninja.
He ain't gonna ninja nobody that don't need ninja.
So you sent me a video this week, and it had one sentence. I had no idea what I was walking into, and it said, "This is the most racist video I've ever seen." Right?
Yes.
So how did you get a hold of this? 'Cause it's 3 years old.
I heard it on another podcast that I listened to. Actually, it's on a couple of different podcasts. I think it's making its rounds right now.
Oh well, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's hop on this bandwagon real quick.
Yeah, I mean, but it's too good to not acknowledge.
Yeah, I was shocked for 3 years old. It only has 3 million views. Or oh no, I'm sorry, 3.9 million views. Almost
So
4.
can you look at the view history? Not now, but I'm just saying in general. Can you look at the view history of a YouTube video?
I don't think there might be a way, but I will say that it looks like the comment section is mostly from the past week, and
That's what I was gonna say.
No.
It's probably doubled its views in the past couple weeks.
there's a few comments from like a year ago.
I don't know how it slipped through the cracks for this long.
So, what is this video?
So apparently it's some chick in Orange County. She looks like, a Stepford wife. I guess she decided to be an entrepreneur and go into Murphy bed sales. So she's opening a Murphy bed store. And
Murphy beds are the beds that you like hide in the wall, right?
yeah.
And then when it's time for the guest to come over, whatever, you
Closet
pull a lever
bed.
and bam.
Yeah, it's a closet bed.
Cosby bed?
Closet bed.
Oh, okay.
Closet bed.
Cosby bed. Got it.
Yeah. Armoire bed. So this is like, obviously she had written and recorded this previously, but she debuted this song apparently at the opening of her Murphy bed store, and she felt it was relevant to the opening of a Murphy bed store to play this song for all the potential customers and friends of her friends, I guess.
It's such a weird, like, we're about to play
It's the opening of a Murphy bed store, but it's like it's half opening of a Murphy bed store, half cocktail party. I don't know if it's like it's obviously like a soft open party, like banquet type of thing.
It looks to me like a bunch of really wealthy people.
And it might be like a thank you to maybe investors or something like that.
It looks like a bunch of wealthy people who went to go see their friend who never really had a direction with anything finally get her shit together and open her product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're all like,
it's like a pity almost.
Pity, like, oh, she finally did something.
Good for you.
Good for you. You made Murphy beds.
Yeah.
But little did they know they are walking into the most racist thing. One of the most racist things I've seen in the past few years. It's so tone deaf.
And it's racist on a whole nother level. Like to be honest, well, so it's sharing the racist love, right? Your first go to racism is gonna be for black people or for Hispanic people. You throw some Jew out there, but this is hitting that sweet niche spot of racism that doesn't get touched very much.
Yeah, the Asian racism where, I mean, it's there, but
Yeah, but it's kind of secluded to just driving and eyes, right? That's all you got. I'm sure Asian people are like, "Oh, you got my eyes and my driving. What, that's the best you got,
totally, yeah. And but this is on such a whole nother level because not only is this,
She almost seems completely oblivious to the fact that it is racist.
she doesn't understand, and there's an Asian woman in the crowd, and she straight stares her in the face as she does karate chops while she sings this masterpiece of a song. And I'm just gonna kind of get to the hook here because the song starts out kind of normal. Well, it's a bad song. Let's
Well, and the tone, I mean, the lyrics, you can listen to it and obviously you can tell, well, this isn't going to go very well, but the tone that she's singing it with and the fucking stupid accent.
and it gets worse and worse.
Yeah, and
Like,
she
digs that hole and
yeah.
she keeps going.
She starts off watered down but really lays into that accent at the end.
Also, before we hit play, my other favorite part about this video is that some dude's really happy with how his guitars and stuff sounded on it. Because at the very beginning, it's like produced by. Hold on, he's got a really like LA producer name.
He had to get his shout outs.
Performed live. Hold on, let me see here. I'm just gonna hit play real quick. This was a sneak peek, by the way, at her new song. It's called "I Want to Be Ninja." Produced by Dennis Woodward.
Shout out, Dennis.
So you think Dennis thinks about this every day?
No, Dennis don't give a fuck because he put out a quality product. He doesn't care about
made his bones and rolled.
He doesn't care about its contents. He cares about the way it sounds. And in his book, Dennis knocked it out the park.
So let's see here. Ninja is spelled N-E-E N-J-A. Ninja. So right there, how she spelled the song is already leaning down a slippery slope.
Yeah.
So the song starts like this.
Get it, Dennis.
Let's get that Eye of the Tiger kind of, you know. So right now you're like, this is just a shitty song. Right? You don't know what's coming.
You know what? Maybe I too could be ninja.
And look at that.
I want to be
The crowd.
And she's super into it, and nobody is moving. They're
The crowd didn't give a
stoic.
fuck.
ninja. I want to chop, 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 chow down. Take chow down to Chinatown. I want to be ninja.
Oh my god.
All right. So can you please, I'm going to start first. How old do you think she is?
I would say mid 30s to late 30s, possibly early 40s.
She's old enough. She knows.
Hey, you're old enough.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And this would have had at least 10 people knowing about this way before she decided to sing this bullshit.
Oh, Dennis didn't do it by himself.
No, there's a team of crack
she probably assembled a whole
writers.
squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, she squatted up on that.
Spent God knows how much money.
Oh, they know a sucker. Dennis knows a sucker when he sees one.
And they all colluded to deliver
He
this.
charged her a grip for that.
And so it's like, she looks like one of those women that's like, yeah, nearing 40, and that every minute of the day they're not dealing with their kids. They're playing tennis.
I just don't understand. And like she's in a little two-piece cocktail dress type thing. I don't see how she thought that this was okay.
I think the problem is she didn't even think it wouldn't be.
And I think there's been videos of her saying, well, it was just a joke, but I can understand.
Bill Cosby said that.
Well, I can understand a satirical video on YouTube, but this is just footage of her opening her Murphy bed store, bro.
With this song.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's
you
not a
can't
comedy
say it was a
set.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not trying out new material at the Improv.
It's you with a whole circle around people not a circle of people around you not laughing at your joke.
Well, it's like you can tell they were excited because they're like, oh, she's about to bust out a ballad on us. And she starts busting out this ching chong stuff, just like, you know what I mean? Just being super racist about it. And everybody's like, oh, I don't think I want to be in this video.
Dude, the crowd starts spreading out. And for whatever reason, she has a Asian woman right front and center who is confused for the first like 5 seconds and then just fucking daggers.
Livid.
Dude, she's just seeing blood. She's seeing red. At the end of the video, everybody claps but her. And people are like trying to like
well, she
slowly
damn near
back
got
out.
fucking karate chopped midway through the song.
Yeah. So when she's saying chop, chop, chop in the song, she's karate chopping at the young Asian lady. It is
like in her face with the chops.
Is this lady still alive?
Dude, I'm telling you, I think this has made her more famous. And she's got another video I saw of her. The song is "I Drive Like a Ninja."
No.
Yeah. So now
that's even worse.
Yeah, now
what the fuck?
Now she's riding that racism all the way to the bank.
So do you think that producer guy was behind that one too? Is Dennis Woodward the one to blame? And his crack team?
I bet you come "I Drive Like a Ninja," Dennis was probably out.
Have you heard "I Drive Like a Ninja"?
I know. I saw the thumbnail for it, and I said that's too much racism for me.
Well, we're here now.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Isn't that the name of it? "I Drive Like a Ninja."
It's like "I Drive Like a Ninja," and it's from the same time period. So she did an apology video 8 months ago.
Yeah, so that's about how long it's been hitting them streets.
But I think it just picked up even more.
Oh yeah, now.
So now it's about to. She thinks she's gonna think that she's in the clear.
Yeah.
She probably already thought that. Like, I had to make my apology video, blah blah blah, blah. And now.
Well, no, that's not it, because she's got it on her fucking YouTube page.
Still.
You would get rid of it if you were afraid of the backlash or whatever. The only reason it would be on there is someone, bootlegged it or whatever. But it's like on the top of her. She's like, this is me. This is what I'm about. Fucking Murphy beds and racism.
So this one has a disclaimer in front of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it says, warning, the following video is intended for satirical purposes only and to show you a great product. Laughter is not mandatory, but expected. Laughter is not mandatory, but expected. How is that even a sentence? And then she says, no minorities were injured during filming. This includes the blonde. So that's a racist statement. Who the fuck is this lady? And then she says, enjoy and share. So let's hear it.
It's intended for satirical purposes only and to show you a great product. Laughter is not mandatory.
Is that
but
Dennis?
expected. No minorities were injured during filming. This includes the blonde. Enjoy and share.
Sounds like a guy who's had a lot of coke. It's the same song.
Couldn't even fucking come up with a new song, Dennis. You can't recycle old Ninja, dude. Whoa, she stepped it up a notch.
So this is for something called ding sticks to help with dings in your car, it looks like.
She stepped it up, dude.
But now it's all right. It's the same song.
She's wearing like a Pat Benatar 80s spandex type of thing.
Oh, it's door dings.
Oh my god.
So stupid.
It's literally the same song. All right, anyway, let's not give that lady any more airplay. What the fuck? Like, who do you think you are? So that's a person that didn't grow up around anybody but like white people, right?
Yeah.
Like you had nobody in your school.
And that may not even be the case. It just may be that she is completely self-centered and oblivious to the fact that what she thinks is funny Oh no, you can't say it like that because comedians do that shit all the time.
I'm about to say I'm the worst case for that,
Yeah.
so you can't.
But I mean, you can tell that disclaimer was done after the fact because you don't open up a Murphy bed store with a ching chong bit. You know what I mean?
I'm curious to see what happens to this lady because I know in the past few days, like the internet's
You
ran with it.
know, once Vegas opens back up, she's gonna be at the Palms pool bar performing
her 2 songs.
You know what I'm? But
That's the
it's gonna
same
be
song.
"Come Party with Ninja Girl," and she's gonna be slinging Murphy bed cards out to all. You like my songs, but I also, I got to hook up on Murphy beds.
So she's getting what she wants right now,
She might be the greatest marketer ever.
or just a racist Karen.
Yeah, she's pretty bad. I mean, and being on the internet, we see videos all the time of racial stereotype videos that are funny because a lot of times it involves that race and they're making fun of themselves or whatever the case may be. But this one isn't really like vulgar visually, but just the fact that she is singing that and
Straight
and
to
she thinks it's great.
and
I mean, because we've all done the Asian accent thing, but I could do it, but it gets old after about 15 seconds.
you grow out of it once you're past the age of
No,
8.
not even that. Like I could do it now, but after doing it for
You
like
can't carry- it
10
doesn't carry
seconds, you're like,
anything.
oh, I'm tired of this, dude. Like I got no more, rolling my R's or whatever, whatever the
rolling my R.
What is it? I don't even know how do you do
I'm not going into it because it's gonna get. I'll get nailed to the wall. No way.
What is it? So
Nope.
you drag out your eyes or whatever it is. I mean, we could all do
Rolling your R's.
I don't know. Dude.
All those burritos they eat in Asia. Jesus Christ.
Or, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You could, we could all do it, but it just after a couple of seconds, you're like, I can't continue doing this. It's just like getting old
Right.
or whatever. But she fucking stuck with that for a 3-minute song.
2 times. Same song twice.
Doubled up. Yeah.
And it's still riding that wave. But I think that makes you who you are is you would have the sense to realize what was going on and stop. Or she was just like, this is great. I'm going to sell beds with this shit.
Just so enthusiastic about it too.
Don't you wish you could be that like blissfully ignorant? No.
I don't know. Maybe I am and I just haven't realized it. Maybe I am in some other aspects.
I think you're right.
Fuck you.
There it is. All right. Well, I don't really have anything else planned today.
No, I think this is a good time for the dismount.
Yeah, what I'd like to do, this is going to go up sometime this week, and some housekeeping. We're obviously figuring out the format, so every week's probably going to be a little bit different. But what I would like to do...
What are we at on time?
About an hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours.
Oh, God, that's a long podcast, though, dude.
Yeah, we did all right. Didn't even feel like it.
No.
What I do want to do is for those of you listening to this, and if you want to continue listening, I would like to take questions from you for next week. I want the ridiculous, the absurd, or just the what did you do during all this madness that we're going through in the world. But I want some questions. We'll pick some together and we'll answer them next week. But or leave us voicemails if you're lucky enough to have our phone numbers, which most of you don't.
Bunch of fucking quasis.
All the quasis out there. But yeah, just send us some questions. We'd love to answer them and have some fun with it. But anyway, you got anything to add, Cody?
No, I'm trying to think of a... God, you be fucking up.
You got anything to add, Codes?
I'm trying to think of a cool dismount saying. We need to come up with a cool dismount saying.
I got nothing.
Yeah, no. We'll workshop that. Yeah. We'll we'll keep trying and see if one person even fucking listens to this thing.
I bet we get 3 people.
Not including our wives and moms.
Yes. Not including our wives and moms. Our dads won't be listening to it. I'll tell you that
Oh,
much.
burn!
Yeah. Oh.
2 dead dads.
Hey, that's another thing we can build this friendship off of.
Dead dads.
Dead dad union, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, yeah, we're going to think of a dismount and all that stuff, but hopefully more than 2 of you listen to this.
That would be great.
And to those of you who did, thank you so much. And until next time, next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.